and welcome to What's On, the Midlands Entertainment page. I'm Chanel Shea Calvin, and on today's show I'll be joined by Paul Birch, who is one of the organisers of the Birmingham Comics Festival, which is happening this weekend. We'll also be having a sketch and a chat with two internationally renowned cartoonists appearing at the festival, Emerson and Roland, who between them have illustrated some well-known comics of which I am sure you will have all heard. But first, there is always something happening right here in the Midlands, from gigs to theatre shows to family days out and events. The list is endless, and we'll be providing you with that information throughout the show. You can see all the gigs and comedy shows that are happening this week at the bottom of your screen. And on the left are the events, theatre productions, concerts and days out. All of these are taking place within the region, and there is something for everyone. As I mentioned on previous shows, each month we'll be featuring reviewers talking about their particular passion. And in the second half of the show, I'll be joined by Johnny Doom, who you may know from being a DJ on Krang Radio. And he'll be looking forward to the gigs you can see in the month to come. If you have an event that you want us to advertise, then we'd like to hear from you. And our contact details can be seen at the bottom of the screen. I'm now joined by Paul Birch, who's one of the organisers of the Birmingham Comics Festival. So thank you so much for joining me, Paul.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So as I said, you're one of the organisers. What is the festival and what can we expect from it then?
Well, the festival's a bit different from what usually is a comic convention, where it's just an event on a day or something, where the festival has been taking place throughout the month, throughout the city. So we've had various events for all ages and at various venues.
What were the events like? What did they actually feature?
Well, we had one at the Wildlife Centre, which was primarily for the children, and that was fantastic. We got an absolutely great response from the kids, and I think that we may be doing another one in the summer back there because it was so popular. And at the MAC, the Midlands Arts Centre, we've had a series of film shows that have been running comic related. The Victoria Theatre pub, which is famous for having a ghost in it, we had a pub quiz night for the adults, so you got the both ends of that, and various other things have been going on as well.
Have you run any other events, or is this like the first one that you're doing?
This is the first Birmingham Comics Festival. Birmingham itself is famous for having had the first comic convention in the UK and possibly Europe back in 1968.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why do you think comics have become so popular then?
Well, I think predominantly it's because of the popularity of the movies, the superhero movies like the Avengers and Iron Man that are coming out now, but also graphic novels are becoming popular in bookshops, and those are books that are read by all ages, and they're more intellectual than just silly stuff or adolescent stuff. So you've got something for everyone now.
I think comics have become more popular as well because people probably associate with a stigma of being quite geeky or something, but quite a few more people are picking up comics and taking a look at them, which I think is really good.
It's good business. So
if you're guests, you've got some UK and international ones as well, or is it a nice mixture?
It's a great mixture. As with the events, we got cartoonists for the kids, for the young, from the Beano, like Emerson, who I believe you'll be interviewing later, and Roland, who's a superhero artist, and various people internationally as well.
Oh, cool. We've got them in the studio. So we can actually take a look at what they actually did for us earlier. So let's go and take a look at that. So thank you so much for Emerson and Roland for joining me today. You're both comic artists of some of the well-known comics which I'm sure many people out there will know about. Do you mind just telling me a little bit about that and what sort of comics you're actually drawing?
Well, I draw for the Beano. That's probably the one that most people will have heard of.
Yeah.
I do other work as well. I draw for a magazine about UFOs and fish falling out of the skies called 40 Times, and I publish and draw my own graphic novels.
How did you actually get into that?
Oh, it's all I can do. I've been doing it for 43 years or something like that, and it's really, these days I'm totally unemployable.
It's going to be such a shock for it to have expanded so quickly as well, which I think they're so popular. I think it's pretty amazing. It's
come very good over the last few years. There was a long time when comics was really a minority interest.
Yeah.
But it's taken off in quite a big way, and particularly comics for adults, which is means that there's a huge amount of really intelligent, well-drawn and well-written stuff coming out. That's it's valuable stuff and it's fascinating to work in.
Nice. So what about yourself, Roland? What sort of comics do you work on and how did you start?
I'm what you would class as a superhero artist. I've worked for, amongst others, I've done work for Marvel, I've done work for DC Comics. I've drawn graphic novels for Mark Elsier, and in between that I do small anthology strips for various publishers here and there.
It's really constant. So am I right in saying that, so you get given an idea, or does it literally just off the top of your head for whatever you want to draw?
It's more a case for me that we will get a script that we work from. In the case of Hunt, for Lucky's 14 Times strip, he will actually originate the idea himself, something that an article he may have read, that he will originate a strip based solely on that and do the research for that. But with me, mine is a collaborative effort with other creators, and it just goes from there. So.
See, it's interesting that Ro says we, because he works in a system that involves quite a lot of people, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas I'm doing it all by myself, apart from when I get scripts from the Beano and that. But a lot of the stuff I do, I write myself. And I don't get to meet my writers. I just get the script through the post, whereas you're working side by side with people quite a lot, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sure people can find out more information about you at the Comics Festival in Birmingham, but I just want to go to all these amazing drawings which you've managed to sketch for us. You did it so quickly as well, which I think is
it's cruel
really
and
cool.
unusual punishment getting us to do this time in the morning.
And I can see one on what you're drawing there, which I sort of recognise. So where did you actually start with these? Is it sort of, you just get given an idea, or did you just thought, let's just start sketching and just take it from there?
Well, your man said do something that's kind of about the TV studio.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing possible, is to say draw this, because you're thinking,
Yeah,
oh
God,
no,
where'd you
what?
start?
Yeah, sheer panic sets in, and that gets the creative juices flowing.
But I have a character called Calculus Cat, who is the cat who hates television.
Oh,
and
okay.
spends all his time arguing with the TV. So that was kind of a good place for me to start, because at least it got me into the zone. And after that, when you're drawing, your mind's working in a different gear to your hand. So the ideas sort of, once you've got started, the ideas come through. You know.
Of course, I just want to say thank you so much for that. As I said, people can find out more about you at the Birmingham's Comics Festival.
Yeah.
And just thank you so much for these drawings.
We'll
as well.
be there
No
behind
problem.
our tables,
Yes.
flogging stuff and drawing for people. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Having
you.
fun. It'll be great. It'll be great fun. Everybody should come along.
Yes.
So I think some of those drawings are absolutely amazing in their talent. So I'm quite right saying that they're actually based in Birmingham. So are you using this event to promote quite a few Birmingham artists as well?
Well, we've got a great many Birmingham artists and writers too, like Ian Edgington coming along. But it's a celebration of Birmingham itself, because not just the creators who work here, but the city itself. That's what we're trying to do, get interest in the city and bolster it up like that, really.
I think it's quite nice that, because we were having a chat earlier about you want to include like families and children. I think so is it more like a family day out as well, rather than just aiming at one particular age?
I think it should be a fantastic family day out for everyone, yeah. But if you're coming on your own, you'll have a good time too.
Yeah, you would. And there's also free parking as well, which I think,
Free parking has got to be fantastic.
especially in like the city of Birmingham and that sort of stuff. So what other guests can we actually see at the festival?
Well, we have Stas Johnson. He's predominantly a superhero artist. I'll list the superhero artists as such. Richard Elson. Now, he's famous for doing Thor, which is also a film as a comic, but also Sonic the Comic in a few years back, which was based on the computer game. And we're having a reunion of both the creators who were there and the fans. So they're all grown up and they're bringing their own children, which is quite nice. And we're having a workshop with some of the people who do Sonic-related stuff.
And can people like dress up as some of their favourite characters as well?
There will be an awful lot of that. That's an increasingly popular part of comic book conventions these days. It's called cosplay, if to those in the know. I won't be dressed up myself, fortunately, but there will be an awful lot of that, and there'll be competitions as well in the afternoon for that.
Oh, that'd be great. We've got a panel as well, because our very own Jules Pickering here on Big Centre TV, she's going to have a panel as well. Can you tell a little bit about that, please?
We'll be having two rooms we dedicated to talk events throughout the day, and Julie will be has kindly offered to do a ladies in comics panel, because there's an increasing number of ladies who are involved in the medium now, both writing and drawing them.
So then people can have a chance to ask the comics or any questions that they want to know about.
Certainly, and the artists will be there all day long as well to talk to, and they'll be sketching and doing things of that nature.
Yeah, so obviously it's quite popular and there's so much to look forward to with the events and workshops. So just want to say thank you so much and good luck with the festival as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. After the break, I'll be having a chat with Johnny Doom, and he'll be telling us about the gigs in the month to come. I am now joined by Johnny Doom, who'll be a regular reviewer here on What's On. His show takes place Monday to Friday between 7 and 10 on Kerrang Radio. So, what is the music scene actually like here in the Midlands?
Well, the Midlands is a very big area, you know, lots of suburbs. So most of the gigs take place in the centre of Birmingham or Wolverhampton or pubs in the surrounding areas. You know, there's no tube, so a lot of people have to either get buses or drive to gigs. But, you know, there's a vibrant scene. There's always something going on. In fact, there's too much going on most of the time.
Never be too much. I guess it's like a nice little mixture as well, a bit for everyone to see, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there's all types of music, whether you want jazz, whether you want rock, whether you want to go to a pub and see 6 metal bands play. You know, there's all sorts of stuff, punk pubs, you know, there's a wide range of different types of music.
Well, I can just hand it over to you and you can let us know what we can look forward to.
Well, yes, tonight you've got 80s legend Mark Almond. He's going to be playing at Birmingham Town Hall, which is a beautiful venue. You've also got another legend as well, Mr. Ali Campbell from UB40. He's going to be playing with the brand new Heavies, bit of acid jazz for you. That's at Barclaycard Arena. Also, you've got the Skints if you want a bit of indie. That's going to be at the Institute, another popular venue. And another band, which you might be able to see on the screen, Paris. They've been out on tour with Lower Than Atlantis, but they're doing a one-off gig at the Academy. That's going to be with Light You Up and Twin Wild. Also, you've got UFO as well, some you know, rock stalwarts. They're going to be at Wolverhampton Wolfram Hall. If you like funk, though, and you want to hear the songs of Funkadelic and Parliament, you've got Mr. George Clinton. He's at the O2 Academy. That's tomorrow. Sorry, that's April the 19th. Got that wrong. Texas as well. They're going to be at the Symphony Hall. And you've got some more indie from the Excerpts. That's at the Rainbow Pub in Digbeth, which is another great smaller venue. April the 20th, Mr. Ben Howard, he's going to be playing at the Barclaycard Arena, which some of you might know as the NIA. And if you want some metal, which most of you do, I imagine, Prong are going to be playing at the O2 Academy. That is going to be on the 21st of April. You've also got the Swellers as well. They're going to be at the Rainbow. If you want something a bit more hardcore, a bit more in your face, you've got While She Sleeps and Canada's Cancer Bats. They're both released albums in the last few weeks. They're going to be playing on April the 22nd. That's at the Institute as well. It's going to be a very popular show. And also more heavy rock as well, Amplifier and Black Moth. They're going to be at the Wolverhampton Slade Rooms, and that is on the 23rd. Lots of you all know Adamant. I grew up listening to Adamant. He's going to be at Warwick Students' Union. That's on April the 24th. And, well, if you like the Smiths, you might not be able to see them in person, but there's a covers band, the Smiths, going to be playing all their hits, really. That's going to be on the 24th as well at the O2. If you like prog rock, April the 25th, you've got the Von Herzen Brothers. That's at Wolverhampton Slade Rooms. And Therapy are back, Northern Irish rockers. They've got a new album and they're going to be at Coventry Casbah on the same night. Some punk rock, that's going to be April the 26th. The Interrupters and the brilliant Templeton Peck as well, they're local lads. April the 27th, Singer-songwriter Laura Marling, she's going to be at the Institute. And Mike and the Mechanics as well, they're going to be playing at the lovely Symphony Hall. Don't know whether you've been there, it's a fantastic venue. Some more Canadian rockers there on April the 28th, Theory of a Dead Man. I'm playing them on my show. And also Karma to Burn are playing the same night at the Oobleck. I don't know whether you know that, used to be the Medicine Bar, and it's situated in the Custard Factory. Mr. C16, he's going to be playing his blues stuff with one string on his guitar. That's at the Wolverhampton Civic. When is that actually? C16. That's on April the 29th. Same night at Wolverhampton Slade Rooms, you've got some pop punk from Man Overboard, Hostage Calm, and Rome as well. If you want some hip-hop though, Mobb Deep, do you remember them from the 90s? They're going to be playing some of their back catalogue. That's at the O2 Academy on May the 1st. And if you like indie rock, Arcane Roots, they're going to be playing the Institute on the same night. If you want to go and see some post-punk though, along with my band, yes, we're supporting at the Hare and Hounds. You've got Ice Age, Helm, and my band Rainbow Grave. That's at the Hare and Hounds in Kings Heath. May the 2nd, Pentatonics, they're going to be at the O2 Academy. And Psychedelic, I think they're New Zealanders, they're going to be at the Rainbow on May the 2nd. Motion City Soundtrack, they're going to be playing their pop punk. That is at the O2 Academy on May the 3rd. And Mr. Charlie Pride, he's at the Symphony Hall on May the 4th. So much going on. May the 5th, you've got Happiness. That's at the Hare and Hounds. Again, a great venue in Kings Heath, so go and check it out. The brilliant S Club 7, they're at the Genting Arena, which used to be the LG. I don't know whether there's 7 of them left, but go and see. The Prodigy, they're going to be at the O2 Academy. I think that's sold out, but you never know, you might get a ticket outside. The Red Kites, they're going to be at the Sunflower Lounge. That is on May the 7th. May the 8th, you've got Twin Atlantic, they're at the Academy. And there's 3 bands you might remember from the new metal era. You've got Hoobastank POD and Alien Ant Farm, they're at the Wolverhampton Wolfrun. You've got the Vamps Union J, that's at the Genting Arena on May the 8th. Dahlia at the Institute as well, they're kind of grunge meets Britpop. May the 9th, you've got Set It Off with Decades and Brawlers, that's at the Asylum. May the 10th, Belle and Sebastian are back, that's going to be lovely, that's at the the Symphony Hall. Fearless Vampire Killers, they're going to be at the O2 Academy May the 10th as well. May the 11th, that's the Maccabees for a bit of indie rock, that's at the Institute. And Boys to Men, yes, a bit of soul for you, that's going to be May the 12th at the O2 Academy. Mr. Krista Berg, famous for Lady in Red, of course, that's going to be May the 13th at Symphony Hall. And Alabama Shakes are bringing the blues to the O2 Academy. May the 14th, The Fall with Mr. Marquis Smith. That's always fun. He's going to be at the Institute. And Swerve Driver are back on May the 15th. That's at the O2 Academy. If you miss Kate Bush down in London, which I did, there's going to be a tribute on at the O2 Academy on the May the 15th. That's called Cloud Busting. Check that out. And the legend that is Don McLean, he's going to be at the Symphony Hall May the 16th. And, well, fellow Yam Yams as well, God damn, they're going to be playing the Sunflower Lounge. So, yes, quite a bit going on, I'm sure you'll agree.
As you said, there's so much happening. All those lists you're reading out, there's something there for everyone,
yeah,
which I think is pretty amazing. Yeah,
there's all types. As you know, my show specialises in, you know, a lot of rock and a lot of the kind of heavier side of things, the bluesy side of things. But yeah, there's something for everyone. If you like pop, if you want to go and see some old school stuff, it's all out there. So just go and enjoy it.
Oh, well, thank you. So thank you. As I said, there's some great gigs happening over the next month, and we'll see you again in May. Don't forget, if you have an event that you want us to advertise, we'd like to hear from you, and our contact details can be seen at the bottom of the screen. And to play us out, here's the video from